the Weather Extreme video. This is for Friday morning, October 23rd. I'm James Spann. Patricia in the Eastern Pacific, now historic. This thing is the strongest Eastern Pacific hurricane on record. What does it mean for us, if anything? Let's go in there and take a look at things this morning. We'll start with the water vapor satellite view across the nation. The trough that's been over the southwest United States is lifting out, and you can see showers and storms in advance of that across the nation's heartland. Around here, things are quiet. Temperatures are mostly in the low 60s. We'll expect a high up in the low, maybe mid-80s today. The weather unseasonably warm for October. To the west, flash flood watches for a pretty good chunk of the state of Texas. We note looks like a couple of counties under a flash flood warning up around Paris, Texas, near the Red River. A marginal severe weather risk for parts of Texas today. And tomorrow, no formal severe weather risk, although some thunder possible from Texas up to the Great Lakes. But with Patricia coming in, obviously, just some huge rains are likely, especially west of the state. Here's a higher resolution look at that. The bullseye, 13.72 inches, a little west of Waco, Texas. And this is valid for the next 7 days through Thursday night of next week. In Alabama, the amounts are generally in the 1 to 2 inch range. And our most significant rain day most likely will be Tuesday of next week, as you'll see. The Atlantic Basin quiet, but there's a look at that monstrosity. This thing is this thing has just bombed out overnight. The pressure has dropped to 880 millibars. That's remarkable. I don't have the words to describe it. The pressure is like 25.99 inches. The sustained winds are 200 miles an hour. It's a beast. And obviously this has potential to bring some catastrophic damage. That the visible satellite view late yesterday. That was the last visible view as the sun was coming down. You can see that just pinhole eye, which is representative of a very, very intense hurricane. That's the track from the Hurricane Center. Thought we'd break it down using Google Earth for those that are familiar with Mexico or people that maybe have relatives that are there. Again, there's a really tight look at this. And the biggest impact will be along and to the right of the landfall center. That's the onshore flow side. And I would not want to imagine what it's going to look like after this thing passes. And hopefully the government there has got the word out and got people out of the zone. The storm surge will be unspeakable with this. Now, this is a look at the modeling on this thing, and understand the core of this, it's not going to go away. Sure, it's going to weaken. It should become a tropical depression over northern Mexico. But this thing will be kind of hugging the Texas coast by Sunday and Monday, and then coming up into the lower Mississippi Valley. And that's a pretty favorable track to set up some pretty good rains for our state, as you'll see. So let's look at modeling. Here's the GFS. This is the 06Z run, valid today at 1 o'clock local time. Ridging here, warm and dry. And again, low to mid-80s. Surface low that's over South Dakota. Rain and storms likely from Minnesota down through Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, Texas. Tomorrow, we stay dry. We do believe moisture levels begin to rise. Dew points creep up a little bit, but still the dew point should hold in the 50s during the day. Clouds will probably increase. The sky becoming mostly cloudy. The high, I'd say, between 77 and 80. The bulk of the showers west of the state. And this is Sunday. And again, for most of the state, we're still dry. It's race weekend at Talladega. Maybe a few showers up in the Tennessee Valley Sunday in extreme North Alabama. But obviously the attention there is focused on the ghost of Patricia. And by chance, if this gets its act together again in the Gulf and needs a name, it will not keep the name Patricia. It gets a Gulf name or an Atlantic Basin name, and that would be Kate. One way or the other, it's going to be windy and messy for the Texas coast and up into eastern Texas on Sunday. This is Monday. That thing is south of Lake Charles, Louisiana, and rain begins to move into Alabama. And Monday looks like it could be a very wet day. And this is Tuesday, and this could be the wettest day of them all, with the ghost of Patricia south of Shreveport. We note a wedge kind of coming in here from the east. This should prevent any severe weather problems. If that thing was farther north, we might be looking at stormy type stuff. But again, temperatures probably stay in the 60s all day, and people near the Georgia border might see a high of only low to mid 60s with that wedge. But that just looks like a soaker. Wednesday, very deep surface low over the Great Lakes. We still got a chance of showers on Wednesday. And this is Thursday. Everything moves east. We start to get into drier air. Highs in the 60s. And this is Friday, a week from today. Another trough to the west, but we're in dry air. So that day would be sunny and pleasant. We'll check the end of the forecast. This is the end of next weekend, Sunday, the 1st of November. Trough coming through, rain moving out at that point. Temperatures for the next 15 days. Again, low 80s today, around 80 tomorrow, and then they come way down with that rain next week, and then really coming down toward the end of next week with highs dropping to about 62 and lows well down in the 40s. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this morning. We'll have notes in the blog. Next video here by 4 o'clock this afternoon. If you can't catch us this evening on the live stream or the television side, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.